Hi, welcome into my newest video. We're in the wilderness mod, and I started building over here since I'm done with the main quest, and I'm sure there's other things to do over here. But I figured get some settlements going, so that's what this is about. And it's morning here, so I just woke up a little bit ago, but figured to get this done. And I didn't talk in my other videos. I just didn't feel like it. Now this is clever. This is the workshop instead of the big ugly, workbench workshop that we typically have. And the consensus is that building is boring, and that's cool. Now. I don't care.
Guess hanging with us was their
It's
last
not boring to
mistake.
me, so
We earned it.
I don't think I'm editing this as I'm doing this, so I went through it and cut out some of the parts because, it's just dead air. But I do a lot of manual building and things like this. Being a mod,
If it ain't my
I was
favorite
hoping that
overload.
if
What you
I
need?
manually take things down, it wouldn't screw up the the combines and everything, and it didn't, by the way. So I was pretty happy about that because otherwise I would have had to roll back my gameplay. I wouldn't have to, but I would have because this is a really pretty mod. Yeah, the landscape and everything else is really nice.
We've got hostiles over here.
I do have some mutant menagerie. I've added the cazadors, the geckos, the night strikers. Oh, there's something I'm missing. Oh, praying mantises that are really hard to kill. Those are the hardest ones. The mantises. So in other words, I don't know what kind of creatures we're going to come across because I've added so many in. I've also got Darker Nights and the Storms mods in here. So when it's dark. It's dark. It's pitch black, and it would make sense. That's the way it would be, right? I added the bed here because there's no there is beds. It's just I also added in my crew, which I read over his where I got the mod. I read over what he envisioned for the mod and all, and I'm just breaking all those rules. But this is the way I play. I don't go anywhere without my crew. They pretty you see what my game style is by now. I'm sure. Um, if I could just let them do all the killing and shooting and everything, I would. But but that's not the way it is. So I like story. I like pretty. I like the landscape being pretty. Uh, Lexor Summer. I put in Lexor Summer, and I put in a lot of, the water, I went through all the Lexar mods, and I just think they're gorgeous. So that is what you're seeing: the flowers, the trees, um, I, I just I just like it. So, um, yeah, I just think it's beautiful. It's really nice over here. This is my first victim. Um, I'm not leaving that structure. I mean, yeah, it goes, it's totally in sync with the Fallout thing. But I don't like those structures either. So,
Yes.
and I do have to manually do it, or because they don't go away otherwise. And see, there's a bed there. I just and I thought that was real clever, having those as the workbench. That is really nice. I like that. Of course, you can't move that like you can the normal workbenches, or I can't. Uh, but that's okay. That's okay. I have other ways of doing that. And you can get really technical with the manual building too. But and this isn't the biggest spot to build, but that's fine too. That's fine by me. I thought about putting walls, because I'm a big wall person over there in the Commonwealth. I'm a big wall person. But look at how pretty it is. I don't want to ruin that for a wall. So what I was thinking is just more torrents. And I do use the missiles. I use the missiles. I never have a problem with them as far as killing my guys. And I'm thinking, I don't think I do. So, yeah. And I thought about taking away the rocks there, but then I thought, well, that's part of the charm of the place, are those rocks. So, why? Cabin in the Woods and the Castle in the Skies. Master Plan. These are some of my favorite structural building mods. And I'm sure you know that because I have them on all my builds, which, I don't write down anything, by the way. I'm just going with the flow here. And I like these mods. And settlements kind of take on life of their own. Once you start, and the cabin, mod is right up there with me since I found it a while back. I'm drinking my morning coffee because I just woke up, and you can hear, I can hear the neighbor's diesel starting up. He has to go to work. We're in a small town, so, And with all the electrical outages we've been having and the internet outages we've been having, electric company says it's due to the wildfires. And I looked on the wildfire state chart, and we ain't got none around us. So I was thinking, we're good to go. And because of that, then my hard drive, computers in general do not like being just cut, you know, electricity cut. And yeah, you put everything on, oh, the surge, you know. But still, your shit doesn't like to be shut down. So I've had some, my hard drives have been throwing fits about this being shut down all of a sudden and all that. And just been a pain in the butt. Pain in my butt. And when I'm saying town-wide blackouts like I did over there on Twitter, I mean it. Everything goes down, and we're not a big town, but the town north of us is a bigger town, and they go down too. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, and of course I'm up during the day, which I'm not used to per se. There's a lot of noise during the day, and kids are back in school, so but I don't consider kids a pain. I just don't. I like to hear them playing. And our town does get pretty quiet during the day for the most part. Everybody's at work, except us people who are retired or
Keep an eye
whatnot.
out for Institute goons coming to kidnap us.
See, I was trying to put that onto this foundation. Well, that wasn't working. So, and I gotta figure out where the boundaries are because I had never built here before. So I don't know what the boundaries are. I don't know what anything. And I thought I have those in my workbench somewhere, but I'm not gonna, why when you have them right there? I can just save them. And of course, when you manually build, a lot of these are one at a time type situation. Everything's put in here one at a time. And I appreciate his effort of putting in the buildings, because they are, they're usable. I am the way I am, and I can get kind of picky about things. So that's why we're taking everything down. Oh, I thought the dog was going to come in here because I'm talking. And, well, there's only 3 of us that live here, so he's probably thinking, who am I talking to? Because I ain't talking to him, or the son, or the mister. The mister's computer now is kind of throwing a fit, and I think it's due to the power outages. Or is it his PS5? One or the other. And of course, if you disable something you want, just enable it, and then it comes right back when you get out of the console. It's no big deal. See, there it is. And I want to keep that, but it looks like I can't. I can't grab it. And I can grab that though, so I'm going to move that out of the way. Keep that. There's no way I'm keeping that. I'm sorry. Nope. And each one of those meat hooks, I have meat hooks in my thing, but in my workbench. But anyway, those have to be done one at a time. And you gotta, if you're doing it manual, you gotta be careful. Because if whatever doesn't disappear when you disable it, you might be pointing at a cloud or, something in the background. And you don't want that. Well, maybe do, I don't know, but I don't want that. But I promise you, it's cute when it's done. I think it's cute anyway. But, yeah, I wanted to use that foundation right here, but it wasn't. It just wasn't in the cards. It wasn't going to happen. And I'm glad he did it the way he did it, because we can get rid of all this. And it doesn't hurt anything. So otherwise you get that flickering, because you deleted something, and that's the dog. But anyway, you get the flickering, and it just really doesn't look good at all. And over there in Sanctuary is a prime example. Oh my God, that place is a pain in the butt. I'm leaving out all the stuff, all the ugly houses there, because I don't want the flickering and crap. Each one of these has to be done individual, and you got to be real careful. And sometimes I'll just walk right up to them if I'm having a hard time grabbing it. And of course, disable, then mark for delete. You got to make sure your INI files are correct for this, or it won't work. And I'm on the new Fallout 4, by the way, the new update. And this worked fine for me. I mean, I think he updated it. I'm not sure. I don't know. I think he did, though. I think that's how I came across it, because I'd never heard of it. And then I was just looking for different world space, different mods. And I ran across this. I also did Into Death Claw Valley. I haven't built there yet, but there's 2 Death Claw Valley mods, I noticed. And yeah, so I did Into Death Claw Valley, I think is the one I did. About the man lost his little boy as they were out scavenging, and then you have to find the little boy and stuff. Oh, I see what's going on. My mister has closed his eyes. And the dog thinks that is totally not right, because I'm awake, the son's awake, I think, and he's closed his eyes. When I close my eyes, the dog gets way away from me, and he doesn't bug me for nothing. But yeah, it doesn't work for him. And see, I don't want grass. Look at that. That just looks terrible. And it will not click. It will not go onto that. It just won't do it. It just absolutely is throwing a fit. So, what do you do, And I do have Logan from Vault 4 Ville, because I like Logan. I know I've kept that secret because I just, I'm just joking. I like them, so I keep them with me. Gage is from Nuka World, of course, and I did not cheat him in this time. I went over there and got him legitimately, and oh my God, what a pain in the butt! It took probably a day's worth of gameplay, maybe two, because you got to clear out everything, and you got to get to the point where he asks you, "Do you want me to tag along?" And then in normal games, he'll look at dog meat and say, "Beat it, mutt." Well, in this, in my game here, he didn't say that. But, and then Boris, I had to go get Boris from the Night Striker mod. He's in a cage, and you gotta go release him from the cage. And this gameplay, I couldn't enter the cellar door. I mean, for nothing. I kept trying to move them around in my load order, and he just would not. It refused to allow me to do that. So what I did is I went ahead and I called Boris to me, my player, outside after we got after taking care of the wild night strikers that were attacking us. And then everything clicked. And that's just due to my load, to all the mods I have. Um, mod works great. I will have him, Boris, with me forever if I can. I like the mod. It's creative, and I like Boris. He's cute. Anyway, and then Shay, of course. Shay's a mod all her own. You gotta go to the open web to find the website. I really like her. Um, I just thought it's something I should do for the mod author. Anywho, you make whistles for her. If she disappears, you just blow the whistle, and there she is. And she's made with the island mod, Far Harbor. Um, but I always have Shay since I found her, and then dog meat, of course. And dog meat is dog meat, Dog meat is on a different. He's the vanilla, and so you can't do some things with dog meat you can do with the others. But and then he has his own quests and such, while the other ones are standalone mods. I did change Gage's looks. I'm not sure I did his hair there for a little while looked. I put it as a redhead. My mister's a redhead. But anyway, and his hair was looking like orange. And my mister goes, "Well, that's what I thought, but I didn't want to say anything." It's like, say something to me, for Christ's sakes. But anyway, so I went in and darkened. I put another red onto him. And then I got Starfield going. I redid the hard drive. This is on the SSD drive. But anyway, and I'm putting my Bethesda. I need to delete some of my Fallout 4 games. Holy crap! I've got them from years back, and it's like it's. But anywho, I got Starfield going again, and I was having issues with the new update, and it's like, God damn, it won't boot. So what I read is some dude saying, "Hey, yo, this sounds totally crazy, but try it. It worked for me." And so I went ahead and went back into Windows 8, and it booted right up. It was the weirdest thing. So I went ahead and I gave him a clever, oh, a little sticker thingy. Yeah, it's over in Steam. But anyway, I gave him a little clever thing because that was clever. I would have never thought about that. So now it's up and running with the update. So I'll get around to it sometime. Um, yeah, the dog. I know I'm real exciting, and but I see that foundation is just being a pain in my ass. Because I wasn't sure, do I want to get rid of it? Do I not? I mean, it makes sense it being there. But it's just not being a lake. It's not like the ocean, so. Um, yeah, I recall when we were remodeling a house over there on the beach. The dude wanted his garage to be re-cemented, right? And we're like, my boy's dad, okay, we can do anything you want. So it was a joke. The tide would come in, flood the garage. We were putting new cement down in. And it was just hilarious. And then we would have to leave or go upstairs, one or the other. And then the tide would go out, and we had to hurry up, get down there, and do our thing, and get dryers on it and everything. And then here comes the tide again. It was, oh my God, we just sat there and laughed because, I mean, it was a pain in the ass, but it was so funny. I mean, you can't put nothing in a basement like that floods when the tide comes in, right? I mean, come on. But anyway, that's what the dude wanted, so whatever. But anyway, this build reminded me of that because it was just so funny. But it was just his vacation house, so. But anyway, it was just funny. And why it made me laugh is you'll see later on. I put a lower build onto this, um, just because I don't like to waste space. Um, but I was thinking about that. I wonder. But this is just lake. It's not an ocean, um, so it doesn't have that, tides and such. You hear the birds, the songbirds. I think that is so freaking pretty. Um, I'm not quite sure what mod, if it is a mod that is putting that in. But I just think it's so nice hearing the birds. I do have radiated birds or something. And Gage, I've had Gage as a follower for so long. You just get used to what he likes and what he doesn't like. And he gets so bored with me just sitting here building. But too bad, so sad. And Logan at this point, I don't think I've got his affinity yet. Because he gives you back your caps and everything if he likes you. And I always get my caps back from him. But I don't think at this stage. So all he is then, he wants to keep it employee and boss. So he doesn't care what I do. Otherwise, he does get kind of bored sometimes too when you're building a lot later on. Yeah, later on. You see, I should just delete that. It's getting on my nerves too. And so I do. And I have quite a few different mods on right now with new space and such because I don't know why I'm just moving it out of the way. Just delete the goddamn thing. But at the moment, I'm just like, let's get what I want. I like to get what I want. I wonder if for some reason this dog can't open the door. He opens doors, by the way, and it's really a pain in the ass. So what the kid does is, well, kid, he's 30 some odd years old, but we barricade the door. So he can't open the door when it's 30 degrees outside. So he's asking for some attention. So I'm gonna go see if that's what. Okay, I am back, and the dog did want to go outside. The sun was ignoring him because he just was. But anyway, I think he did have to go to the bathroom, even though he goes outside and barks at everybody going to, what time is it, 7:30? Kids are in school, so he likes to bark at everybody, and sometimes we get deer and pheasants and quail and all that crap coming into town, and he likes to bark at them too. And everybody just kind of ignores him, except the neighbor dude. He talks to him, Hi, how are you doing? And I'm like, who's he talking to? And he's talking to our dog. He likes animals, so I kind of laugh. They have some of their own. And we had a delivery person here a while back who actually knew what a normal Australian Shepherd was, which is kind of nice. A lot of people don't know what a normal Australian Shepherd looks like because there's so many of those miniature ones, and yeah, he is not a miniature, that's for sure. But then again, we had somebody tell the electric company that our English Mastiffs were pit bulls, and the dude showed up here, and he goes, "That isn't a pit bull." And I said, "No, who told you it was they were pit bulls?" I said, but anyway, it was a little funny. Everything's pit bull these days, though, so, I think it's just like cancer. Cancer's just a word for, cancer, for a healthy condition. Well, pit bulls, I guess, are just a word for all dogs, I guess. All bulldogs, anyway. And if you don't want to sit here and if you are interested in building like I am, and if you don't want to sit here and watch how I'm doing it, just skip to the end, because you can do anything you want, and you'll see what the finished looks like. I don't have a certain mod in this time, so I have room for other kinds of mods, and I found a desk that that's a logistic desk that you give to one of your settlers to take care of, you know, the supplies and all that crap. So I did that. I have that later on. I still need to do decorating. I don't have patience, I think, for decorating. It, I think it's my problem. I just don't have the patience for it. And I don't think I moved the workbench there, but I might. You have to manually move it as Z. Z is for up and down, and that's the command you would use. Mod Pod's Z, and then I go by fives most of the time. Since talking isn't my number one way of communicating, I would just show you. Showing somebody is better, I think, but and I still have my heat pad on, of course, because when I woke up, it was freezing, and it was cold in this house, boy. The cabins, God, that's a separate mod, and I'm waiting for that dude's, the full mod to come out. Oh, I actually shouldn't have brought it up because I can't remember the name now. I had it there for a sec, but it's gone. But I just look up cabins, and it goes really well with Cabin in the Woods. It goes really well with that mod. That's Cabin in the Woods, the wall there, and it hooks onto the other cabin mod. And the cabin mod that you know, you have them in chunks, you know, and I think they're really sharp looking. See, I'd make a basement kind of, and that's what I was laughing about earlier because it reminded me of that job over there on on the beach. We have you know, the Pacific Ocean on the other side of the mountains. And I grew up over there, so it's only natural that we spent a lot of time at our coast. I was going to move there at one time, but I don't know, I couldn't find a place I liked. Well, we did live in Canada Beach, but that's not the same. That was not my place. That was my boy's dad's place. I'm talking about our own place. Ah, he was a builder, so we, properties were just for money, you know, money making. That's it. They weren't for, you know, being a home, you know. Oh, I hear the airplanes. Speaking of the coast, the Tillamook Air Museum had moved over here, oh, some years back. So we get all kinds of airplanes coming and going from here because the airport, the museum We got really old planes and such. So it's off the ground, at least my floor there, you know. So unlike the one at the beach. That was so fucking funny. You see, the wood grain is doesn't go the right way, which, by the way, my mister pointed out in the rocks that I use all the time for my builds. He said, you know, that's not going the right way. And I'm like, man, don't tell me that crap. No, I'm always going to be thinking about it not going the right way. So now it's... Because if you don't notice something, right, you don't notice it. But once it's pointed out, then you always see it. It's like Gage's hair, you know. It was way too bright. Oh, my one of my displays took a dump on me too. I mean, the last couple of months have been just, oh my God. That's okay. It makes life interesting, I guess. See, I'm putting the floor too far over, you know, because I mean, come on. Yeah, we got grass and crap. It's like, and you'll see there's plain old logs, and you put those at the white parts there. You put plain old logs there, and yeah, and I think the reason I didn't talk on my other ones is, one thing, they're like an hour long, and another thing, we're a noisy bunch of people, and it's hard to get the house quiet, and you know, you can hear the son in the other room when he gets excited, and my mister here has to, you know, and it's like, fuck, it's not fair to them, you know. But that's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it, so there. Plus, you know, I'm not exactly the I'm not a young person. I don't find things exciting like I used to. I don't get worked up over things. Sometimes, boy, I gave a review for a game over there on Steam. Boy, I looked at that. I thought, ooh, I was pissed off when I did that. So I do get worked up sometimes. I have a little temper that flares every so often. See, and then if you're still with me watching this, you know, I'm going to go ahead and make that bottom area um, like a separate living quarters. I don't like that little gap there, but what do, you know? Yeah, see, that doesn't work out at all. Oh, and I hope you like my intro of my photography. I did that a while back because over there on Twitter, I'm on Twitter. I check in almost every day, and that's been for years. But anyway, I'll say morning from the high desert, you know, and so that's why I put that on the beginning, and it gives me a chance to introduce something. You know, if I'm not going to talk, I'll tell you I'm not going to talk. I'll tell you talking. I'm not going to talk. Yeah, yeah, whatever. And I got more questions about some of the mods in my past videos. And mods, you know, if I want a mod, I mean, I really want a mod, I'll make it work with my load order. I'll make it work. If it's supposed to or not, I'll make it. So, yeah. So it's hard telling people, you know, oh, get this mod or this mod. And mods aren't push button, folks. They're just not. I. But anyway, that's what it seems to be. People think they're push button, and I guess over on Nexus, you know, there is that. We do have that mod manager that is pretty much push button for newbies. You know, it's just I I I've tried to use it. I have tried to use it with fault for it. I can't. I mess it up, and I told somebody the other day in chat that it's like when my boys were given a Mac computer. Oh God, when they were little, that must have been God, 20 years ago. But anyway, they were given a Mac computer with the Oregon Trail on it. And shit, I locked that sucker up so fast because I figured, you know, I didn't want them on the computer all the time, you know, all day long. And their friends, and because we were one of the only ones with computers here when we moved here. And so we would have just so many kids here. Anywho, and I wanted them just to kind of go outside and play, you know. But anywho, so I locked the computer, that Mac. Well, I don't know much about Macs, and I figured I'd just, when I forget, because I will forget, it's not if I'll forget, it's when I'll forget. And so I thought, well, I'll just go into the back end of the computer and find my password, right? Wrong. That's not the way it worked. So I thought, nah. So we gave it to someone else, you know, and because we were given it, so you know. And I got them onto the Windows operating system, so I could at least, you know, show them what to do on Windows. See, I'm reusing these because I thought they were cute, you know, so why not keep them? I also have stuff for fishing and all that good stuff in my things somewhere. And I think the little wooden little fences are cute, you know. So. Oh, and then the cabin pieces that I used, you know, not pieces, but the whole, you know, reminds me of some of the places here in the Pacific Northwest that people, I don't know about nowadays, I'm talking back in the 80s and 90s, they would build those. So all you have to do is plop them down on your property. And they remind me of that, you know. We had one up there, my boy, my boy's dad's family had a farm up there, and right across on the Lewis River. What was it? The Lewis River? No, it wasn't the Lewis River. But Columbia, yeah. There was a cabin place that they made cabins that looked a lot like those. And it was funny because you'd drive by, you know, because we had to drive by a lot when we were coming and going. But they had their cranes, and they would put their tools way up the crane, you know, way up there, so nobody would steal their tools. I would always, you know, kind of chuckle at that. And at Christmas, they would, I don't know if the company's still there or not, I don't know. But at Christmas, they would lift a Christmas tree way up there, you know, with the lights and everything. It was clever. Like I said, I don't know if it's still there. That's been a while ago. And you notice it's getting dark. It's really hard to build when it's dark. And you hear the owls and stuff. I like that. I think that's cool. But here soon it's going to get pitch black. You won't be able to see nothing. Darker nights, you can set it to what you want. You know, you can set it to a little bit dark, or really dark, or whatnot. And I put it on the darkest. It goes because it just makes sense to me that it would be pitch black, you know, at night. So yeah, I do lift this one up. I know one of them I left it alone in the. I just left it alone, but this one. I believe I put it on a table, and you'll see how I do it. It's kind of trial and error when you manually build. The son has played this forever too, and if I get too frustrated with not just the basic stuff, with more of the elaborate stuff, I'll go get him. It's like, God damn it, can you help me with this? I'm getting frustrated, and so he'll come in and help me. He did that with the train build over there at Oberlin Station for me, because I was getting so frustrated at that goddamn door. I just wanted a door in a certain spot, certain, you know, look, certain everything, and I'm like, can you help me? He comes over and gets it going for me. Then after that, I was fine. But now this one is a little crooked, if I remember correctly, but I got it up there. If my dog would get off this damn thing, because if you do this and you, if the dog's over there, you'll point and it'll be the dog that you're moving around. And it's just, I mean, it's kind of funny in a way, but I was building this way over there at the beginning of Nuka World. You have to go into this trade station. Well, that is a settlement as well. And dog meat. Dog meat got in the way somewhere, and poof, Dog meat was gone. I couldn't get dog meat back for nothing. That was some years back. But so be real careful is what I'm trying to say. Because you can accidentally point at something that you don't want moved or you don't want to disappear. And Boris and Shay, they have not been updated for a while, and they really don't need to be. Those mods don't really need to be. I don't think. I mean, it seems like they're working just fine. Forville, Vault 4, he had updated it. There's one mod that got updated, and the update did not work for me at all. I went back and grabbed a older version. What was that? Kita? Yeah, I think that one. But anyway, it got updated, for the new update, and it just wasn't working for me. And I like that mod, so I always put it in. I did put in Mystic Pines again, too, because I don't have the mod that interfered with that one. I don't have it installed, so I went ahead and put that, and it's Mystic Pines. It's a retirement home type thing, and he made it into a settlement, and I've had it on before, but then I found out if I used another mod that I do like to play, it fucks up a lot of stuff, and that's in the same location, so it screws it up. So, but, I have it in there. Yeah, oops. Now I need to bring it back down. Oh, so, a mod looks like I don't have it on here, is that, it gives you a bunch of information about when I'm pointing out and stuff. And I did like that mod, so I don't know why I don't have it on this time, or it's not coming through, one or the other. I do have the train on here too, and I noticed the door at Nuka World is there. I think I tested it, and it did work, kinda, but I didn't fully test it yet. So I'm hoping it works. It's really, it's got a moving train in it. It hasn't been updated for a long time, but it was really clever, and I used it for an Oberlin station build at one time. So I have that on here, and I'm gonna see how well it works with the new update. I liked the mod. It was really clever. But again, this is at the wilderness. And I put that little thing in the corner so we know what mod it is. Well, of course, I have a bunch of other mods, but at first I just had a picture type thing over it, but I didn't like that. And this is, excuse me, CWSS redo. It makes working bathrooms, working kitchens, working showers, working everything. I I thought I saw it over there on Nexus. I I got it a long time ago, and I don't know where I got it. So I kept I kept using the same old mod that I had in my archives. So. But I believe I saw it at Nexus, and I tell you, it's a really good mod. Oh, and then like Gage or one of my human followers, will go over there and they'll do dishes, and your character can too. You'll do the dishes, and you'll start whistling and everything. It's really cute. And then of course the oven and stuff is all usable. It doesn't come with a refrigerator, so um, that's the first one. If you saw that, it's the first one, so that's the one I use. Um, and I noticed that this bench right here, they use that a lot, and so I use it a lot because they'll use it. They'll sit down, they'll eat, they'll write, whatever, and so I like it. And you'll see I use it a lot. See, and I get bored doing this, so I just put down, I think I have creative clutter on here, which adds tables and stuff with crap on it, and I'll use that quite a bit because I get tired of. I'm like, okay, I'm bored. I'm going somewhere else, so I'll just take off and go do another build or whatnot. 'Cause the builds take on a life of their own. I don't sit here and think about it too hard. Okay, now that tells me that Gage, at this point, um, I'm high up with Gage because he's saying, do you got something for me? Well, there's gifts, and that comes from another mod. There's gifts and stuff that you can give your follower, and it works with all the followers, Piper or whatnot.
I'm raring to go. Just say
And
the
he
word.
likes,
You need
typically,
anything,
he likes
and I'm here for you.
weapons. Once in a while,
If it
he'll
ain't
go
my
for the
favorite overboss,
books
what
and
you
such.
need,
And
I
that's
will do
another
whatever
mod.
you
It's
need.
a relationship
Fucking
mod,
me,
and
man.
it takes forever to
You need anything,
build a
I'm here for
relationship.
you. I will do whatever you need. Fucking
Yeah, I
anything.
think he's stuck because he says that over and over and over again. And you can see the bottom back there. You can see it flickering, the bottom thing, um, the bottom walls and such downstairs. So that's the back of the place. See, and I thought it would look cute here, because we're right next to a lake. My girl went back to Manila, and I just haven't fixed her. So I'm just leaving her alone. I very rarely look at my character. But I do like the long hair and stuff on her. But guns, armor, look. I'm not really into that all that much, right? So you can tell. Because it's not a top priority for me. My mister says it's people like me who ruined this game. And he may have a point, but I like the stories. I could care less about the fighting. I really could care less. Yeah, and I do play a lot of the building games and such. And I like to watch people who do more of the more chill type games, you know, survival and that kind of stuff. Fallout 4 is my favorite, though. It has been for years. And this, the wilderness is such a pretty mod, you know, as far as landscape and all that, yeah, it's just, what I was going to do here is make a, you know, like a sign type thing here, you know, they have on ranches, at least around here, you know, the ranches have big, and I have, I don't know if it's on right now, a mod, has Nuka World stuff on it, and I'm not sure why I don't have it on. I need to put it on, or it's on and it's just not in the right load order and not showing. I did have problems with my workbench, my stuff showing. How did I fix that? Oh, Homemaker wasn't even working, and I thought, well, shit, there has to be a way. And I tried my normal ways and it didn't work, so I thought, well, I went over there to Homemaker mod, and there was a fix for that. So I went ahead and put the fix on there that the dude made, and voila, everything. Well, clearly not everything, but all Homemaker worked. My heating pad went off and I felt it, man. It's cold. Yeah, it's getting on. It's going to be winter soon. And then is when we really freeze our asses off here. And see, if I took away those rocks, it just, I don't know. I think it has a lot of charm, this place. If I took away those rocks, you know, it would take away, or if I made a big wall, well, it would take things away. There's the train, if you can't hear that. Our town is very small and 2.5 miles long, probably not that wide. And back in the day, I had to make up real estate stuff. But anyway, and yeah, you can hear that train, and I'd hate to be one of the people that own property right there across the street from it or whatnot. But anyway, you can hear it coming and going, and most of the trains anymore. My dad worked on trains all my life. I don't recall him ever having another kind of job other than the railroad. But anyway, United States sold a lot of the major trains to Canada. Don't ask me why, but they own this one too, so. I think my father I think he turned in his grave when that all went down. He worked for Southern Pacific, and they're not around anymore, so I don't know who is around anymore. I hear Prineville still owns a small train um, company over there. Oh, back to the trade mod. I mean, he's got assets in there that are trains, and it's really I get a kick out of it. See, so this is going to be an apartment down there, or whatever. Um, but I do make it into the caretaker's place, because I say caretaker's place because we have a lot of people buy second homes here. It's pretty common, and most of them have caretakers that watch the property for the owners, and so that's what I called it, is just a caretaker apartment. Of course, some of the places here where we live have airport
Raring to
hangars
go.
instead of,
Just
they
say
have
the
a
word.
garage, and then they have an airport hangar, and most of them have their private airport runways, so they can come and go whenever they want.
If it ain't my favorite overboss. What you need?
See, and over there in the Commonwealth anyway, this being a mod, I'm not sure, but when he asks that, my character will say nothing right now or something rather. But I noticed that she doesn't really. You're not supposed to have followers over here. That's not the way he made the mod. It's just I just don't do anything without my followers. So, my crew is what I call them. Yeah. I'm just trying to take away that flicker from the bottom walls, and it comes up. And I thought, well, I could put flowers or something in there. But then, yeah. But then I didn't like it, so. And that's my prerogative. You can, test things out and take them away. And I'm not sure how I'm going to hide that flicker. If I even, I'll go back to it someday and maybe take it away. And you see the size
Hey,
up there, and there's hardly any
got
size
something
there.
for me?
Yeah, see, and he wants, because of the relationship mod, they like being given gifts, and he'll ask me that a lot, but I don't have any. Diamond City, if you go over to Diamond City, you'll find some for sale, and they'll have gift on them, and it's one of the relationship mods I have. I like the water noise too. Now this is the logistic thing I found. See, logistics desk, and it hooks into the network. Network right now I have Sanctuary on it, and then they can share resources and stuff. Um, yeah, and it's new to me, right? This mod is new to me. I found it when I was putting together my game. and I found it, and I thought, hey, that reminds me of another mod I know of, but it's not, you know. But I have that lady killer bed, but I'm not sure why it's not coming through very well. It's not its fault. It's not the mod. None of, if my mods don't work or there's something wrong with them, typically it's my fault, right? It's my fault. It's not the mod authors. It's nobody else's fault but my own. Because I mess around with my mods so much that some of them just don't like it. You know, they're like, fuck you, I'm not going to work. So there, you know. And yeah, so I never get irritated. Well, you know, some mods I get tired of waiting for them to update or whatnot, but I won't say anything because you know, come on. Typically, these guys and girls do it for free. Um, you know, I mean, they have lives, you know, they have real lives, you know. Some of these people have kids and, you know, a job, and they do this for fun. So I, so I don't, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. How long is this? Oh, we're over an hour, aren't we? Well, you know what? I'm just going to keep it going because there's not too much more. And then I go somewhere else for a while because it needs to mature. It's like a website. You know, you make it and everything, and then you go away and let it mature for a while. Or even a domain name, you know, and you let it mature. And I think there's like three, I think, well, I haven't checked on it in a while, but there was three settlers here, and there was two settlers at the other spot, because I go to the next spot and do it too. And then when the creatures come in to attack or whatnot, they all um, gang up together and to protect each other's places. So I understand why he put them so close together, and I thought it was pretty clever because that's what the settlers will do. They'll all. So I like that. That was pretty clever, I thought. And you'll notice I don't like killing settlers. I don't like anything else killing settlers because it makes the game more alive, and I like that. The settlers are assets in my eyes. They make you caps. Uh, if you do things right, which I don't have mods on that I am used to having on for my economy and stuff, but we're going to try it this way. I think I can get it going. In fact, I've made some money, but the bigger, better, happier your settlements are, the more money that they make you. Yeah. Oh, I did find a landlord mod, and I, I just, I don't know much about it, so I need to test it out and see how it works. I'm working kind of in a tight space right now, and I want to put a fire there. There it is. See, and so you can have a, it warms it up, and um, outside you'll see the. I think there's what, two fireplaces here now. I think I put one up on top. Yeah, I did. So there's one up on top and one down on the bottom. And of course, I put the wilderness emblem in the corner up there instead of down here in the right for a reason. My relationship mods and my LL mods, um, sometimes they say things that are a little bit embarrassing. And if to me they're embarrassing, kind of. And I mean, me and my mister sit here and laugh about it actually. But since I'm doing public videos, that is why I chose up there. So you couldn't read what some of in fact, I just now thought about I need to take some of the sounds out of my game too. And I'll do that in edit, file for edit. Because I don't want the sounds. It really, yeah, I think I did the Nuka World, and I had to. I'm like, oops, some sounds we don't want to hear are out here. And I put Gage in a suit and tie because I think it looks sharp. Like the gangsters over there and Good Neighbor and stuff. I like that look myself. In my Sims 4 game, all my guys, yeah, I have a mob family, by the way, over there, and they're all in suits and ties and shit. See, there's the smoke that's coming out of the chimney. And I should have smoke coming out of the other chimney. Of course, those are two different mods, right? But still, you know. Um, oh, defense. I need defense at some point. Okay, the recruitment. I need, what, food. Um, and then I need steel. And I need... I'm going to piss my mister off here real shortly. uh, I'm doing things you guys can't see, of course, and can't hear or nothing, but he doesn't always let me have my own way, by the way. He sometimes gets irritated and, God damn it, what are you doing? I think it's funny, and I'm sure he does too. And he has a colorful vocabulary. So I need to put food in here, which, at the moment, I don't think I have it on auto where they self appoint themselves things, and I'm not sure I have the mods set up so they can do that. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. Rain. There's a streamer that I watch every so often when I can. And he's really good about noticing things. And he noticed that when it rained, it puts a lot of strain on things. And of course, I listen to that shit, you know, and so I'll probably stop it here pretty soon because we're building and blah blah blah. Though I say I listen. I listen if I notice it benefits me, of course, you know. Because I do build when there's people, when I have settlers around. If it takes up my resources or not, I don't. My computer resources, I don't care, I guess. Of course, that's why I have the PC I do, you know, because oh, by the way, if you, I don't care if you partition. I partitioned my hard drive to have two operating systems, Windows 11 and Windows 10, and both Pro. Well, I tried Windows 11. You know, I put Windows 11 on here to try, and it just didn't impress me. So I went back to my Windows 10 Pro. Well, and then I went ahead and deleted the Windows 11. I had problems upon problems upon problems. Okay, fine. So I did a clean install of Windows 10. Problem after problem. So I test a lot of things,
Oh,
and
nice.
my
There's a
conclusion
bottle cap
is
on the floor here.
do not trust Windows when they say that you can go to Windows 11 and then you can roll back to Windows 10 if you don't like it. Stupid me, you know. I'm like, oh well, you know, my son has Windows 11 on his computer and he doesn't, you know, he's getting by just fine, you know. And I thought, well, I'll give it a try. Nah, I didn't like it. It didn't give me some of the options I have in Windows 10 Pro, and it tells you that too. And I thought, well, it says I can just roll back to Windows 10 with no problem. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, don't believe that shit. So yeah, I've had problems with my Windows application ever since, and that's with a clean install. But anyway, my C drive is nice and clean now. It's like not using up hardly any room because you know, I don't trust things in the C drive. See, I'm putting a lot of defense. Oh shit! I was gonna look and say how much defense I had, but I left.
I'm new around here. I wanted to introduce myself. I wanted to personally thank
See,
you
and
for
since
giving
he's
us
the
this
first one,
opportunity.
I want
Any
him
place you
to
want me to
be in
pitch in?
charge of the logistic.
Did you need anything?
Not right now. We're pretty well set for the moment.
Okay, now I have to get into the workbench. I go over there and click him, and then I go down to my that logistic desk I have downstairs, and then I'm going to put him in charge because he's there. Thank goodness somebody left the door open. There's those auto closed doors, you know, but I think they're a pain in the ass. So I don't think I ever have them in there. Okay, now this needs to mature. And like I said, I have like 3 the last time I checked. I had like 3 settlers over here, and then over at the other place, and they run over and they protect each other's places. So I think that's really. And then he put these to the point where they will do that. And there's, God, I have seen what, 4 more settlements over here
Hey,
I have to get to.
got something for me?
So,
Hope so. You need anything, and I'm here for you.
yeah, I think 4 more settlements, if not more, 'cause, yeah, there's quite a few over here. And I'm looking around for that dude, to see where he's at. See if he's, yeah, I got tired of the rain. I knew I would. I have a bat file. Within that bat file, there's Commonwealth Clear Weather, I believe, is what I use. Bat files work with Starfield and Fallout 4 and Vegas and, blah, blah, blah. And they're super easy to make. If you don't know how to do it, I think I got a video out of it because it's so easy. And that way you don't have to install more mods. I try to stay away from the mods if I can do it through my console commands. That's what's nice about having a computer. You don't have to have some mods if you don't want them, because I have so many mods that the 255, I think is 255 mods, is full mods or what you can have them fall out. That goes real quick for me. So I try to find the light, the ESLs now, and I do have some on here, but in fact, from now on, I'm going to have to put those on because I'm at my limit. I believe I am. So that's why I have like 277 or 78 mods or something like that. It's because I have ESLs that don't count towards the load order. So, and a lot of the older mods, or the mods I like to play with, don't have ESL versions. So, but so I'm looking for the ESL versions of them, and you can make ESLs out of the mods, but from my testing, it doesn't work out so well. Just let the mod author do that. Okay, so, there's my food. I don't know where that dude went. And of course, my wilderness is kind of hiding how many settlers I have. So thanks for coming by. I appreciate it, but I'm going to end it here.